Caitlin Clark said WNBA Draft left her upset in honest admission about being no one pick. Caitlin Clark was the no. 1 overall pick in her 2024 WNBA Draft class, but not all of that night was a pleasant experience. Indiana Fever's Caitlin Clark expressed dissatisfaction with the way her WNBA Draft night unfolded. Clark, who was eagerly anticipated to go first in the 2024 draft, did indeed become Indiana Fever's top pick, but not all the evening was smooth sailing. 1 year on, and it's Paige Bueckers following in her footsteps after being selected no. 1 by Dallas Wings in the 2025 WNBA Draft on Monday. The University of Connecticut prodigy was widely tipped to be this year's premier draft choice, and she lived up to expectations by joining a distinct group of top picks. Yet Clark, 23, will wish Bueckers got the chance to celebrate intimately with her loved ones, something she lamented missing out on when she got snapped up. And the former Iowa Hawkeyes star knows all too well the feeling of missing out on your own party. "I was so upset because after I got drafted, I got just dragged out immediately, and I didn't get to see any of the draft," she told former teammates Kate Martin, Gabby Marshall, and Jada Gyamfi on the Fresh Talk podcast via the Mirror US last year. "I didn't even take pictures with you guys, my family, like boyfriend Connor McCaffrey, like no one." For one of the world's leading sports figures, the inability to savor such a pivotal career milestone is nothing short of disheartening. Getting drafted is a quintessential moment for any aspiring athlete, especially for those high-caliber picks expected to excel in their sports. Yet Clark's story serves as a poignant reminder of how corporate influences overshadow events like the draft. It also sheds light on the way these future icons are managed from the minute they step into the professional limelight. She recounted feeling overwhelmed with emotion after her obligations prevented her from witnessing the rest of the draft proceedings. This included missing out on her friend Martin's milestone, who was selected by the Las Vegas Aces and has since moved to the Golden State Valkyries. "I had my phone and couldn't really go on it. It made me so upset," she added. "I didn't even get to see Kate get drafted. And somebody was like, 'Kate just got picked.' That made me really upset." Joining in the conversation, Gyamfi and Marshall reflected on missing their friend for most of the night as the former asked, "Will we get to see Caitlin like ever?" They managed some time together eventually, but only once the frenzy around Clark's selection had died down. On one hand, certain responsibilities are understandable to occupy stars during draft night. However, there's a question whether these commitments should be so overwhelming that young hopefuls, many just at the cusp of adulthood, miss out on fully experiencing what should be the fulfillment of their dreams. That Iowa graduate certainly made her mark on the court last year. Clark played a key role in ending the Fever's 8-year playoff drought, even though they were eliminated in the first round. Expectations are high that last year's Rookie of the Year will propel Indiana even further in 2025. The Fever drafted Michaela Timpson and Bray Hall with the 19th and 20th picks in Monday's draft, while also selecting Gonzaga's Yvonne Ejim 33rd overall. The new WNBA season kicks off on May 16, but Clark and the Fever won't start their campaign until the following day when they take on the Chicago Sky. Fans will then have to wait until June 28 for the first showdown between Clark and fellow no. 1 pick Bueckers as Dallas hosts Indiana.